Hey, this is Nate Armbruster with It Takes a Christian Village podcast. Today I have these three teenagers representing the younger generation talking about life issues, problems, and situations that the young people deal with today. However, they're coming to us, talking to us from the perspective of Christianity. Now, we got several parts to this, and this is only part one, and you don't want to miss this. So, check it out. Hey, what's up, everyone? Once again, this is Nate Armbruster with It Takes a Christian Village podcast. And today I have a special treat because with the company that we are offering to help young people, I have our Youth Ambassadors Board that's going to come on and have a conversation with you all. What's going on, man?
What's going on, y'all? I'm Dylon. I'm the president of the YAAB board.
Hey y'all, I'm Corey McGriff, and I am the vice president of the YAAB board.
Hey y'all, I'm Caden, and I am the secretary of the YAB board.
All right, and these young men, they are doing some tremendous things for this company. As I said before, trying to reach a lot of young people, but they have a extensive vocabulary, so to speak, in things that they know and they like to convey out there. So I asked them to come on and let's have this conversation. So I got a question for them that they have no idea, unless you're looking at my notes.
No,
Okay,
I
good.
see it.
They have no idea what I'm about to ask, and we're just gonna have some fun. And we call this the Roundtable. And I just want you all just to sit back and listen to some of these things these young men have to say during the course of this podcast. So, gentlemen, here's the question. Why aren't there more youth wanting to be saved, wanting to be a Christian, and wanting to live a godly life in this day and time? Why aren't there more of them?
Can I go first?
Go ahead.
Basically, the generation, I'm just going to start it off with that. The generation's messed up already. If I'm telling you right now, there would be, if social media was not alive right now, and the parents would lead and talk about Christianity in a household, and even if there's a small part about it, it could grow bigger because like we said, it takes a Christian village to reach the whole world, and it's crazy that it's only a selected few, not even selected few, it's only a short and limited part of even the world that's only Christians. And it's crazy because, like, I'll say about in my school, it's only like four Christians. It's only like four Christians in that entire school, and that's wild to me.
Right.
And the internet is one of the main reasons why we don't have Christians, because all they worried about is trying to look good for that person, or trying to look good for Shakrika or Jameson or something like that. But we are so oblivious to the fact that we don't read our Bibles, we don't talk to the Lord every day, we don't have that relationship with them. All we want to do is just put on the new Jordans that come out, and not we rather do that than praise the Lord.
Right.
Wow, right.
And I bet you right now, if I go to anybody, and if I go to a random person and say, "Hey, are you a Christian?" They'll be like, "Yeah," and if I asked, "Do you read?" They'll be like, "Nah, I don't really read the Bible, man. I need to get into it though," knowing they're not going to get into it.
Yeah.
And that's crazy to me, how so many people is like that. So many youth is like that. The adults ain't doing nothing to teach them at all. Like it's only a selected few
Right.
parents that teach their child stuff like that,
Mm.
that grow them up in church to be that Christian, and for them to find themselves in Christianity. And it's that you barely see that now. You barely see Christian, or you barely see people nowadays that they use the word Christian.
Right.
You use the word Christian, you say, "Oh, I'm Christian," but you don't live that lifestyle, or
Mm.
you don't try to live that lifestyle.
Right.
Shoot, I could say I'm Christian, but I go out the next day and drink and smoke and have and party all the time and look at females. Then I come back the next day and say I'm Christian.
Right.
And go to somebody and say, "Yeah, I'm Christian," but you don't live that lifestyle.
Right.
So it's crazy.
Mm.
Yeah.
Right.
I feel like concerning Christianity right now, our generation doesn't look for the correct perception of Christianity. I feel like Christianity is usually taken out of context. A lot of
Yep.
people believe that Christianity you have to be perfect. You have to read your Bible all day nonstop. You have to pray all day nonstop. You cannot mess up or God gonna strike you down. Something like like the
Yeah.
craziest things be coming into people's minds when they think of Christianity. And I
Right.
think one thing that also leads them away is us. I feel like a lot of times, because I know me, I'm not the kind of person I cannot stand talking to sometimes, and I'm not saying everybody like this, but some Christians I talk to, I'm like, they'll be, oh Lord, thank you, Jesus, for waking me up this morning, Jesus. I'm like, okay, like, sometimes we do too much, sometimes we be extra with it. And it makes it feel less authentic. It makes it feel less genuine. It makes it feel like it's more
Yeah.
performative. And some
Right.
people reject that because it's like, well, okay, you putting on, and that's making me not want to receive because it may not be real.
Mm.
And that's what most people are perceiving. And I feel like our generation can see through that. They're very easy with that. They have a lot of walls built up. They have a lot of people that they have that they'll go to. Hey, does this look real? Does this look authentic? Does this look good enough for me to step into? Is this a good area that I need to insert myself? Because the thing is, I'm the kind of person, if somebody's talking to me about Christianity, I'm going to tell them the worst part of my life that I've been through and how God got me through it.
Right.
That's how real and genuine I can get with it. And that's honestly what I feel a lot of people don't get. And that's why a lot of people stay away from it. But then on top of that, I feel like another thing is validation. I feel like people, like we said before when we had the conversation earlier, validation is a very I feel like it's a very dangerous thing in today's
Right.
society for the youth because we want people to we are look and look and enjoy who we are really. Just
Right.
honestly fall in love with who we are. And it hurts me knowing that people want to be validated by man more than they want to be validated by God. They
Right.
want to fear man more than they want to fear God. And I feel like if we do our part in sharing the gospel correctly and in the right way, we'll be able to get people to go into heaven and get heaven crowded.
Right.
Mhm.
um, what I think that is kind of like, like the reason why that there is not much Christians like us, it's like I think it's a lack of discipline as well. I
Mm.
think like our generation today, honestly, like they say that they worship God, they pray to God, they want the relationship with him to, be on the highest and all this stuff, but at the same time it's like without without discipline, then there's like your relationship with God is not genuine.
Yep.
And like
Yep.
the discipline that has to be added with that has got to be genuine. Because if it ain't genuine, then you're not a genuine Christian, in my opinion.
Right.
Like you're just like Corbin said, you're putting on a performance, and it's not real. It's not like you love God enough. And like I was kind of like that too because like like I read my Bible, but at the same time, it's like I'd say that I love God, I go to church and all this stuff, but like the next day right after that is like I go back to the crazy stuff that I put myself into. I do all the sinful stuff. I say the sinful stuff. I look at the sinful stuff. I fall into sinful influence. Like it's crazy. And the temptation is really bad too because the temptation from the devil, like the devil is like we say that he's a liar and all this stuff. Like, yeah, he's that. And he will drop like certain thoughts in your head. It's not just
He's
you, it's the
deceiving.
devil. Right. It's the devil. It's the devil that's doing that stuff. It's not you.
Right.
And like um and like discipline, it doesn't have to be like sitting down for 20 hours trying to meditate on who you want to be.
Right.
Right. Sitting down
Mhm.
praying for a whole day straight and reading the Bible for 10 hours. Like you don't gotta do that. You know what I'm
Right. We
saying?
don't
Like,
do that.
right, exactly. We don't do that.
We
Like
don't do that.
God will receive you at any time. He'll receive you like the way you are now. Like I don't care if you're like sinning. If you want to be with God, He'll receive you too. Because
Right.
like you're His creation. Like He
Right.
created you, and like that's what people need to wake up and realize. Like even
Yes, they
me,
do.
God is our creator. He's our savior. He's the one that gives us life. He wakes us up every morning. And it's
Right.
like the discipline that's not added to it ain't love.
Right.
Like who wouldn't want to like build the relationship with the person that made you, the person that made you out of it? That's crazy.
Mm.
And like you said, Corbin, like they be like relying on men. Like it's sad. And
Very.
like they try and get validation, like y'all said, like they try and get validation from like especially kids in school. Like they try and
Yeah.
get validation from their friends, from a certain
Mhm.
girl, from a certain boy. And it's like that, like trying to get validation from them is like a distraction. Like that's gonna distract you from the
Right.
like
Right.
Christianity. Like
Exactly.
it's gonna push you away even more because what you're doing is what you're doing. You're focusing. You're focusing on something that's keeping you away.
Right.
And
You
it's
say
like,
keeping you away. So what are some things in the younger generation that Christ, that God, that the church is battling to pull them in with? In other words, what is the world offering them that seems so alluring that they won't come to Christ?
Ooh, I think I know the
Money.
answer to this.
I'm gonna name
Now,
them all.
now,
Matter of fact, we
okay.
we can all go. We can all keep saying one thing.
Right,
go
right.
ahead.
Money.
Money, right?
Lust.
Lust. Um, I'd say, ooh, I kind
Anything,
of
the
go,
first thing
I
that
kind
comes
of
to your
go with
head.
Corbin. I kind of go with Corbin with that. Lust, yeah. Like, oh my gosh, like, oh,
I'd
even
say,
me, like,
I'd
oh,
say,
I'd be dealing with that stuff, man.
Yeah, man.
dude,
And
I'd
it's
say
hard.
darkness.
Darkness.
Honestly,
That
Ooh,
too, that
yes.
too.
Darken.
Yes.
Expound on that. Darkness.
Mm.
one thing a lot of people find very fun right now is scary, creepy things. Like if you go to the theater,
Right,
all you see right now is
Gotcha.
thrillers,
right.
and
There's too
it's
many horror movies
honestly,
coming out.
Yeah,
yeah. They made a horror movie about Jesus. Made a horror
they
movie
did.
showing Jesus as the thriller, played by
What?
Nicolas Cage. Now
Uh,
that is demonic.
yeah,
That
Oh, I
that
know what you're
that
is
ain't
talking
right.
about. I
I
know
ain't
what you're
never
talking
heard of
about.
something like that
I know
before.
that
exactly what
That's
you're
is
talking
crazy.
about.
demonic. I know if you look it up today, you will see it. They had Jesus as the person out there messing with people. It was to me. And I ain't watching no clip. I ain't seeing no trailer. I just seen the photo, and I'm like, that's enough. That I don't have to see
That
anything
that
else.
is so sad, gang.
But yeah,
Y'all ever heard of the Nun massacre? That is crazy. I'm gonna profound on
Mm-mm.
that
I
actually.
ain't never seen
Let me
that.
go in, let me go into that.
All right.
Nuns. You know, this world is so nasty and so messed up that
mm,
they portray nuns as a sexualized thing, a scary thing,
mm.
and abusers and stuff like that. They have whole movies out. You ever seen Sister Act?
Yes.
That like
I
they
think I
have like that. Even though it's a funny movie, they portray nuns in a bad way. Now they
mm,
have a horror movie out with nuns going around killing people and turning demonic and stuff like that. They have games out like that. And it's crazy because nun nuns are a symbolism of God and Mary and all of them, and they use all that to portray them as demonic and scary people, and they sexualize them, which is even worse.
Mm.
It's so crazy. Like,
Yeah, that's crazy. I ain't never heard of that before.
yes,
I've seen some things like that before, yeah.
they show all these like they have movies out with angels going around killing people and stuff like that. They take Christianity as a joke and put it into entertainment.
Right, like out of all things, like you trying to
Like
get
they
that? Like,
Now,
come on,
but
bro.
see, but that makes me think about the darkness again, because if you think about it, we're making, like, for example, crystals, zodiac signs,
Right.
tarot cards,
Certain
right, I don't
witches,
rocks.
believe in that
all
stuff.
these
Right.
you shouldn't.
Right.
See, but this is the thing. This is the thing that the world does. They'll advertise it so much. They'll advertise it so much. And this is one thing that I feel like is drawing so many people to the world versus to church
Right.
is advertisement.
Right.
People will advertise literal sick and wicked and disgusting stuff. If
Yep.
you go and look on social media, you will see Christian stuff, but what are you going to see majority of the time? Lustful things, stuff that
Right.
makes people want to kill themselves, stuff with people heartbroken, stuff with people sad, stuff with people angry. You'll see a lot of people right now going to therapy because they need a lot of mental help.
Right.
Right. And
Mm-hmm.
This is what the world wants to advertise. It wants to advertise chaos and destruction, and
Right.
that's what's drawing a lot of people into the world today.
Right.
and I'm gonna go back into that darkness part. A prime example, a rapper, everybody loves him, but like a depressed rapper, I guess you could say that. I guess that's what they call him. And everybody loves him. And I guess he thinks in his mind, I mean, he's doing what he loves. Like he's putting out his heart and soul and his past and putting it through music, but he's 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 not thinking about the youth that's looking at this, and some youth are going through things and they go to his music to try to heal
Right,
themselves, but all
Yeah.
they see is
Trying to cope.
depressedness, and
right.
they act more depressed because of his music, and and
Ooh.
and then that's wind up them committing suicide
Right.
Mhm.
or being negative all the time because of his music. That's why a
Right.
lot of people, a lot of it's another rapper. He's like very, very, very inappropriate. And he came out with a song like I said a few months ago, either a month ago or a year ago. And everybody was, I'm talking about youth was singing the song, and it had just nasty words in it, and just so many, just like another rapper. He said it's in the lyrics. He said something about hide the Bible of God watching. That's to me personally,
Mm.
that's you saying you're trying to hide from God. And Adam and Eve tried to do that. That,
Mm.
oh my gosh, like when I
Yeah.
first, because I didn't really think nothing of it, but when I
Mm.
heard about it, I'm like, I started to understand it. It's like, whoa,
Right.
this he's saying he's trying to he's doing exactly what Adam and Eve did. He's trying to do something. He did something bad, and he's trying to hide Bible. He's trying to hide from God. It's the
Right.
same thing Adam and Eve did,
Right.
and he put it in his lyrics, not knowing that's the sin that started it all.
Now
Right.
he may
Yeah. Well,
honestly,
yeah. He
in
might.
this
He
point in
might. Yeah.
time, you honestly cannot tell. Some people be putting stuff in their music and they know, but they'll
Yeah.
just
It's
go
the
ahead and do
industry
it
though.
anyway.
It's the
Yeah.
industry,
Yeah.
literally.
Genuinely,
I've heard the industry is very demonic. Like the rap industry is very demonic,
Yeah.
and people I've heard people sell their souls just to make it
Right.
famous.
all the time.
Right.
And it
Like.
shows through the music. You see all these people talking about woman's body parts, selling drugs, killing people, and people love that stuff. I'm talking
Right.
about they go to concerts to listen to that music, and it's
Right.
sad. And I'm telling you now, it's 75% youth that go to the concerts,
Mm.
and you see people going on the street on the street talking about, oh, this song hard, man. I love this song. But they talking about shooting somebody down and dissing on somebody. That's
Right.
why a lot of people nowadays get shot or killed because they get caught listening to music, and you may not know that may be the relative of that person that just died. And they don't know that. Some people just doing the moves and singing a song. The wrong person hear it, she gonna shoot him down because he's dissing him and he don't even know what the lyrics mean.
So let me ask
Right.
this question because earlier we were having a conversation when we were out, and the word manipulation came into play when we were talking about just having conversations with people. You can use manipulating words. Can music be a form of manipulation to these young
One of
Absolutely.
people?
Yes,
one of
yes. I was
Absolutely.
just finna
yes.
piggyback on that. Certain music is like, if you're in a certain mood and all that stuff, you're going
Yeah,
to go to that certain type of music for you to cope.
Yeah.
And like that, the words is very influential too. So it was like, oh, like if I'm feeling depressed or sad about something, I'm gonna
I'm gonna go
die, I'm
listen to
gonna
this
do
song.
this and this and that. Like the song can like drop certain like feelings,
Right.
heart postures, all that stuff. Like,
Yes, it's been scientifically proven that
right,
some
yeah,
songs can
exactly,
accelerate the heartbeat and the mind to
right,
do the they got some songs about people killing themselves,
right,
and people go do it because of that music. You got
right.
some songs talking about people killing each other, and then they act rationally from listening to those songs because they think, oh, that's cool, so I'm gonna go do
Mhm.
that. The rappers
Right.
don't know. The rappers don't care. They just putting out
Hmm.
music,
They
but
just
they
Right.
don't
putting out
understand
music.
that the youth is looking
See,
at them.
because
They're
this
looking
is
up to them.
the
Right.
thing to me. I feel like people just because they don't care, like you said, that long, because they don't care, it's put them to a point where it's like, as long as I get the money, as long as I'm popular,
Exactly.
as long as I keep the stature, as long as I'm up here, I can have what I want. It does not matter as
Right.
long as I'm receiving what I'm receiving.
And my
And that's
thing
the
is,
thing.
oh
Like
boy.
it
But the
bothers
crazy
me
thing is,
because
but the
it's like,
crazy thing
whoa.
is, it's just that some of them
Mm,
are just trying to make it big to get escape those realities. Because
right.
a lot of rappers nowadays, they grew up living hard.
Mhm.
Hmm.
I mean, or they grew up with a rough life, and
Right.
they try to make it big to better themselves, not knowing that they're digging themselves a deeper hole from the industry. Now you
Right.
have some people out there that resisted the industry, and there was this one artist that was putting out music. I think he was an R&B artist, and he was putting out music, and I'm talking about a lot of people listened to him. A lot of people. I think it was a 2016 era, and everybody loved him. Everybody listened to him, but he had enough mind, and he had enough like God was with him through that through the tough times of him making music,
Hmm.
and him realizing that the industry was not what it cracked up to be. You may
Right.
be big and famous, but that comes at a cost.
Right.
Exactly. And bruh, I'm telling you, like, they be saying, oh, I'm doing this for the youth, I'm doing this and this and that. And like my thing is that, yeah, like it's helping them out in the wrong way.
You hindering
Like,
them. You ain't
yeah,
helping.
yeah, like you're helping them go into the wrong direction.
Right.
And it's like people can be influential, but words can too. And that's what they
Definitely
go for.
can.
Right. Like,
And
They
that's
that's
got
what made me
sad.
think about it is being advertised.
Exactly.
Because
yes.
Advertisement.
they are always publishing music. People are they
Right.
will never stop doing that. I'm
Right.
telling you right now. Music will never stop being published. If you
Right.
think about it, music is, and I heard this recently, subconsciously music is played in our heads throughout
Hmm.
Yes.
all day. You got a song in
Yeah.
your head stuck. It may not be stuck right
Man.
now, but you had it stuck in there later, and it's
Right.
gonna be one stuck in, like, you know,
Right.
it's just something that happens. We just think of a song and it play.
Right.
If you think
Yeah.
about it, any and everything happens through music. So it's like,
Hmm.
if you think about it, I could be having a bad day. Oh, let me listen to sad music.
Right.
That sad music gonna play
Certain
in my head.
rhythms. Right. Certain
Right.
I
rhythms
can
can
be,
help
and
you
think
That's
out.
about
with
it.
your brain.
It
Right.
it is rewiring you to function in that way because, oh, this is how I cope. Like you said, Caden, this is how I
Right.
cope. This is how I sit. This is how I calm
Ooh.
down. This is how I collect myself.
And listen, like you can make that a habit. Like you can rehearse that
Right.
junk over and over again and go back, and this is gonna be worse than before.
That's why
Like,
when I'm sad, I listen to motivational music.
exactly.
Motivate myself to motivate myself.
I'm listening to
Like,
elevation music. I'm listening to
come
Maverick
on,
City.
man.
I'm
Like,
listening to
lift
CC
yourself
Winans.
up.
I mean,
Right. Like, lift
for real.
yourself up, gang. Like
Right.
that's what I'm saying. Like when you're in the little sad part, like I get that because God, like Jesus, he mourned and he was sad and all that stuff. Like, who was it? His brother? Like his brother died or something like that? His
He
cousin?
was sad. He cried when I believe Lazarus had died.
Yeah.
Because he was like,
Right.
why aren't y'all believing?
Right.
And it's like see, and the thing is that is taken out of context, but Jesus did mourn. But he mourned
like,
out of the disbelief. And honestly, that's what we're doing. We're
right.
mourning for those who disbelieve in
Yeah.
Christ
Right.
because of what's being advertised, what's being
And it's
said,
not
and how
just
people
mourning.
cope.
It's a mixture of mourning, of sadness and anger. We're angry because just how Jesus was disappointed and so distraught of how they how they in the temple where he lashed out on the people and whipped them because you're using the kingdom or you're using this church and using it for the markets markets and stuff like that, and you're not using it for
Its purpose. Yeah.
it's so funny to me how people use they say they per se they use the kingdom work for good in actuality reality they're using it for evil and for using it for the wrong reason, and that's what fueled Jesus' anger, and that's what's fueling our anger to wanting to and it's not just him getting mad, it's him getting mad for God, you know what I'm saying? We're it's not just I'm not just mourning, I'm angry at the fact that this is how our generation is. Our generation is not supposed to be like this.
Right.
Like we're supposed to be helping each other up and get ready for the next generation to be better than what we are.
Right.
And I'm telling you now, the next generation is gonna be hell. Just from how I see it.
Unless we do something about it.
Unless we
as
that's what I'm
Christians do
saying.
something about
That's
it.
why it takes a Christian village.
Exactly. Right. Like we gotta set the right example. And like I'm saying, like, yeah, we might slack off a little bit. Like that's human, you know what I'm saying? But like at the same time, it's like we can't slack off too much to the point we become lazy.
Yeah.
And like being lazy is where that fire like runs out. And then you're gonna have to try and fight for it again. And then it runs out. Like you're gonna have to stay with
and
that.
the cycle of battling.
That goes back to the discipline you were talking about.
Right. The discipline, exactly. Like I be having days like that. Like I be on fire for God, and then it's like, let me dial it down a little bit. Yep. See, I'm telling you, like I know certain people go through that, and you know, the thing is that it's good that I'm trying to go back to God instead of like trying to end everything.